Driver training is the main segment of the experimental session. During driver training, the babies engage in structured practice on the robot guided by the experimenter. During driver training, infants are given 9 trials to drive towards offered toys. During each trial, a toy is offered to the baby 3 times from 3 different directions. The experimenter will first offer the toy from the front, then 30 degrees to the experimenter's right, and then 30 degrees to the experimenter's left. For each direction, the toy is offered at 3 distances: 6 inches, then 1 foot, then 3 feet. These distances are to be measured from the baby's maximum reach while seated on the robot. This can be a bit confusing, so here's a visual aid that helps to understand the different distances and angles that the toys must be offered at. The dots in the first graphic represent all of the points at which the toys are to be offered to the baby. If you are the experimenter, make sure that you have a good understanding of the distances before beginning the experiment to reduce variability of the conditions during the session. The goal here is to teach the baby to drive in different directions to get the toys. Each time a toy is offered, the baby can be prompted up to 3 times. You will start with the auditory prompt, saying, "Come get the toy." If the baby does not respond to this, you can use the tactile prompt. This involves touching the baby's hand with the toy, then returning to the original distance, and then repeating again, "Come get the toy." Finally, you can use the physical assist prompt. To do this, gently pull the baby's shoulder forward, causing the baby to lean and move the robot towards you. If the baby successfully gets a toy, allow them to play with it for 15 seconds. It is helpful for the experimenter to occasionally switch toys to keep the baby interested. The experimenter should communicate the baby's response to camera 2 for the log. This can all be a bit hard to conceptualize, so you will now see a brief example of how driver training is actually conducted.
Listen, good job. 6 inches verbal. Where's my paper? There you go. Come here, listen. Come here. Good job. Verbal. What are you doing? What are you talking to me? Have with that? You trying to feel a little bit? Good job. Listen. Come here. Come here. Come here. Good job. Verbal 3 feet.
Here's an example of what you see on the driver training observation log. This is to be filled out by camera 2. There is a space to record which prompt caused the baby to drive towards the robot for each trial. If a physical assist is used, camera 2 will not write anything for that trial. Starting at the 7th session, the experimenter will need to begin to incorporate stopping practice. Stopping practice is done for distances of 3 feet and 1 foot only. To teach the baby how to stop, you will follow the same procedure for driver training, but you will lower the position of the toy to prompt the baby to reach lower. When the baby reaches and gets lower to grab a toy, raise it above the baby's arms so that they lean back and stop. You will see an example of stopping practice here.
Come here, Lisa. Come here. Good job. 1 foot verbal. Good job. Please be verbal.
Once you have completed all of the trials, you should continue training until camera 2 announces that the 10 minutes of driver training have ended. The baby should be now repositioned to begin free play 2. If possible, the experimenter should try to direct the baby during the last minute of the training session back to the starting position. Otherwise, camera 2 can reposition the baby with the joystick. Remember to avoid driving the baby backwards. Once the driver training session has ended and the baby has been repositioned, you should be ready to begin free play 2. You can click the link on your screen now to jump to the next video.